If you know me, you know I love Inazuma 11. And if you really know me, you know I really hate Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy. Now, just to preface, if you like this season, that is completely fine. We all have our own preferences. I just really want to explain why I, in particular, don't like this season. I'm just going to talk briefly about the main issue I have with this series. If this does well, maybe I'll do some more videos about it, go into more depth. But before the season, Inazuma 11 had a small pattern. Season 1 introduced the core concept of Hisatsus. Season 2 then branched out and added more types of Hisatsus, which included the long shot moves and moves that could evolve. Then in Season 3, Hisatsu tactics and shoot chains, oh yeah, as well as verbal components to the evolved moves, were introduced to the series. Then, Go Season 1 introduced the brand new concept of Keshin, which is translated as avatars. Now, I thought this concept was okay, but nothing too amazing. Go Chronostone then introduces the Keshin Armed, which allows the user to wear the Keshin like armor, hence the name. And I thought this was really a good addition to the idea of Keshins. And as well as that, they introduced Miximax, which allows the player to essentially fuse with someone else, and their physical appearance changes. Look to Dragon Ball as an example. Now, just to remind you, they just spent the previous 2 seasons introducing these mechanics. We're on to the 3rd season, Go Galaxy. How will they build on these concepts? Well, they don't. They don't build on it at all. Keshin, Keshin Armed, and Miximax were all written out of the season. And alright, I can deal with that. I'm okay if they go back to basics and make it all about the Hisatsus. In fact, that is something they mentioned at the start of the season. However, later on, they introduced a new mechanic called Souls, which this season focuses on. Now, I wouldn't be too much against it, but it's just way too similar to the previous mechanics of Keshin and Miximax, where the core concept of it is that they get a temporary boost to their abilities. On one hand, I don't really see how much they could have made Keshin more interesting or dynamic apart from just using it again, but at the same time, to get rid of that mechanic they introduced in those set of seasons, just to put it aside for a mechanic that works basically the same way is just incredibly unsatisfying. But that's all I'm going to touch on today. I will leave it on a positive note rather than being completely negative. The soundtrack for Go Galaxy is possibly one of the best out of all 3 of those seasons for Go, in my opinion. If Inazuma 11 is consistent with one thing, it's definitely the soundtracks. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to my really short rambling about this season. If you did, please subscribe, it helps out a lot, and I'm getting closer and closer to 1,000 subs. Anyway, I have some other videos planned for the future. In the meantime, you can go ahead and watch some other videos I've made in the past. I think they're pretty good. I am definitely not biased. And if you can, please be sure to subscribe to my other channel for more of me. Because that's really good. Please.